Let's see if it'll. I'm here.
Me too.
We are going.
Kind of going.
Okay, the commercial started. Y'all should be going live.
Oh,
What is going on?
You don't have that YouTube Premium, eh, buddy?
I do not have the YouTube Premium on. I'm going to see if I can hear myself real quick. I'm here. Oh, yeah.
Me too.
As they can hear us.
Perfect.
What is going on, YouTube? It is Only Cops, and we are here. I just had to drive literally like 40 miles at 100 miles per hour to get here. Still late. I want to give a big special shout out and a happy birthday to Mr. Stafford. It was his birthday, and so I had to feed a baby, do a lunch, and then drive again to come back on time. I want to thank Bill for setting this up. He pushed back his very busy schedule to make sure that we could provide stuff for you guys. So give the power top, as always, Bill, a big thank you. I want to thank Pamela. Bill's in here. I just read your comment. Poofy. I'm sure Poofy talked a bunch of trash before we got here. Sweeper, it is good to see you. Tyler Stevens.
St. George. Christian
St. George.
Halsey,
Brian
Porter.
Anybody? I feel like that looks like, yeah, Christian. Okay, so I also want to give a big special thank you to our Patreon group. They have been holding it down for the last few months when Bill was gone. And now that he's back and we're trying to restructure with everything that's going on, they have been really holding it down. It's as little as $1 a month. That gives you access to our Discord, and this is how we pick what we're going to be seeing on Educational Thursdays. And so, anyways, I want to thank everybody that was here. I want to thank them in particular. And then for everybody that normally supports us with Super Chats, this is going to be an unmonetized stream, so it is what it is, but we want to try to provide something educational for y'all. And with all of that said, we're going to get into it. Bill, it's all you.
Here we go. We're doing only YouTube videos today.
Well, that was quick.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Gun down! Run the gun! Run the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the
Pause. Or I guess what do you guys do? You guys can rewind it if you guys want to see it again. I kind of want to point out kind of how super short of a stick these officers are running into. I don't know what the call text was. Do we have any context to this?
This is the off-duty Vermont deputy that was shot by on-duty police officers.
Yeah, was there call text?
I don't know.
Like, were these guys dispatched to a call, or were these guys just hanging out? Sometimes you'll have what's called directed patrols, where if there's going to be like, this looks like a downtown area.
There's surveillance footage after this body camera footage. So
yeah, so
we'll watch that.
What I'm getting at is a lot of times in a high traffic area, you're going to get a directed patrol. Go ahead and play it. I don't think these guys, they just didn't look like a dispatched call. These guys are getting into the scuffle right in front of that red car.
And I think that's where the off-duty...
Dude, this what is it, like Civic's not trying to have any bit of that. Oh, you know what? I remember the call text for this.
gun down! Gun down! Run the gun!
Yeah.
Run the gun! Run the gun!
But why not?
Man, there's a lot of commands.
Why not put it down? Like, especially if you're a cop. Like, all right, well, we get it.
So anyways, I do remember the call text for this now because I think this was, I don't remember who shared this. It might have been Juan that shared this, but basically
this was one we didn't get to last week.
Yeah. So the off-duty officer got into an altercation at a bar, and when him and his girlfriend or his side piece or whatever it is were leaving the bar, this altercation continued, and it was him versus 3 guys. And so he decided to flash his gun. And when he flashed his gun, the guys that he was getting into an argument with also happened to be armed. So he discharged his firearm at the 3 people he had gotten into an altercation with.
Yeah, those first shots were the off-duty
those were his.
cop,
those were the off-duty cops shooting whoever it was that he got into an argument with.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pretty lawful. Normally, I'm pretty sure in all 50 states, police officers can carry guns in bars.
Yeah.
General orders is probably going to dictate that you don't drink while you're doing this.
Right.
But I knew a lot of officers that did that all the time. I'm not blessing it. I'm just saying it's a common thing. But you have to have the presence of mind to be able to make good decisions, and getting in fights while armed is not a good one. They gave, for the officers that responded, the backstop super blows. Like, there's nothing good about any downtown area or street side. Your backstops start to suck real fast.
Yeah.
That being said, they didn't really get much of a choice in this. You cannot wheel around and try to triangulate him by getting in the street. That's a good way to get hit by a car.
Why is old boy carrying if he's an off-duty Vermont deputy? He's carrying in New York City?
I don't know.
That seems...
It seems sus.
That seems like we know what kind of cop that is.
Yeah, and what I want to get at is that it was like 4 commands to drop the gun.
I think it was probably more like 8.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
These were clear from one person.
Yeah.
Giving the exact same order every single time. So it wasn't like put it down, put your hands up. It wasn't like
drop the gun.
Get on the ground.
It's
it was just simply they just wanted you to. So for the officer, and you could hear it in their voice, they were at 11.
Yeah.
Very amped up. And it was a shooting in progress, so I totally get why they were amped up. Christian Halsey, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I believe we're about to get to like half of his videos.
Yeah.
Dakota Williams, also, it's good to see you.
Also, like, because imagine just like stumbling upon that. Like,
that's what I was getting at.
You and I would be sitting somewhere and hear gunshots all the time, but never that close, and we never came around the corner and saw somebody with a gun. So
you're not drawing down after guns, and you will know when gunshots are like right next to you, especially handguns are pretty loud.
Yeah.
You're trying to determine, did I just see a murder? Especially if there's no, I really don't think, because of how quick the police response was, I don't think this was a call.
There may have been
I think they happened
to
be a direct, or something like that.
But it's New York too. Like, the chances of them just walking around are pretty high. Like,
so
that's a legit foot patrol city.
For the responding officers, I don't know what else you really could have done, to be honest. You don't know that that's an off-duty cop unless call techs were to indicate that. And even then,
they didn't act like an off-duty cop.
I also wouldn't trust call techs because the person can identify themselves as an off-duty cop. That doesn't mean they actually are.
Yeah, and could you imagine seeing a badge from another state? Like,
I wouldn't even know.
You're not going to know.
Sometimes I saw a driver's license from the other state, and I'd be like, I guess I'll call and see. Yeah. Don't go to bars and pick fights if you're going to carry a gun with you. That goes for law enforcement or civilians. I am always, and you guys have watched this show for long enough, I'm a huge proponent and supporter of the Second Amendment, but I'm also a supporter of not being a dumbass. And so, armed or unarmed, picking a fight with 3 random dudes, and I get it. I understand the ego part of it. I understand, wanting to right wrongs if you feel like you've been wrong. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, but especially like if you're a cop, you need to be living at a higher standard than that.
Well, and what I will say this is not just because you should, because I think morally and ethically, and for those of us that went and have PTSD now that we went and wore the badge for as long as we did, we expect that out of you. Society expects that out of you. But when you go to court on this shooting, they don't try you as a person. They try you as a cop that's supposed to have experience in high stress situations. And it seems a lot of times like we're being relatively unfair. And we're not. That's how it's going to be expected. We are evaluating these based on how this thing's going to play out in courts and how this thing's going to play out. So when you're doing your what if games in your head, whether you're a prospective cop or you have to interact with law enforcement, you're doing it with trying to cover your ass as much as possible. That's kind of the reason why we're getting into all this shit. And that's, fuck this guy. Thank you, like I said, Christian Halsey, for monetizing the stream. JB the Boss, what's going on, my dude? Police Explorer from Philly, my guy. Always also said he's a big fan of us. Shout out. I hope we help you. Please, Lord, I hope we help you. I hope you see some of this and learn something.
If you listen to us, you might not go any further than being an explorer. So
either I did my job and I talked you out of it, or hopefully you last a lot longer than me.
Oh my gosh.
Axon, you know how I feel about you. And Poofy, also, thank you for the super chat. He said, NYC dumping entire mags into a bodega. Workers said, what? Couldn't make their sandwich the Okie way. Maybe there's a language barrier or something. That was weird. Are we choppy?
Yep.
For everybody?
We sure are.
Let's see. You guys let us know if we're being a little choppy. I don't know, see if it's getting any better. The video's choppy, but
I need producer Juan here to.
Thanks for being here, Pamela. Thank you for the super chat. I hope you can hear me. I don't know that my face is moving at the same time as my mouth, but hopefully you can hear me correctly. I want to thank you for monetizing the often unmonetizable stream. The off-duty here was in New York. Could be charged with bringing a gun over state lines, whether it's registered or not.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So the issue is really going to be, it becomes a federal thing at that point as to whether or not. Now the state's going to have the offense occurred within the state, and you bringing the gun across state lines shouldn't matter when you're law enforcement, only because like technically you're carrying that under the color or the authority. Oh, we're not choppy anymore.
Are we not?
Yeah, I think it fixed it. Did it fix it for y'all? It's fixed for me. It's a big no-no. Either way, it's a big no-no. The second you leave your jurisdiction, to be honest, it becomes a super big no-no for you to get into a shooting sucks. Getting into a shooting on duty in your jurisdiction sucks. The further away you get from that specific circumstance, the worse it gets for anybody. Can hear you and good now. Perfect. Pamela, thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone that's currently watching and has already liked. I appreciate it. We're ready. I'm going to the next one. I think we're not choppy now.
You sure you're ready for this one? Because this one is yikes.
Fugitive hides under the... Oh, no.
Yikes.
Viewer discretion be advised.
Shots ring out in Oklahoma when officers discover an armed fugitive hiding under a mattress in the back of a trailer.
Go! Gun! Shots fired!
It happened at about 10:25 a.m. on November 15th in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
That's rough, dude.
Officers were told a suspect with an out-of-state warrant was seen entering a trailer. The man, identified as Timothy Johnson, was not seen leaving. Responding officers spoke with Jennifer Gerner, the woman who lives in the trailer. She gave police permission to search inside.
She told us to go in. It's her trailer. Sammy, this is the police department. If you're in here, you need to make yourself known.
Body camera video shows multiple officers searching the trailer for Johnson.
Sammy. Hey.
When officers lift a mattress in the back of the trailer, they find Johnson armed with a pistol hiding in a storage area. After that, shots ring out.
Shit, dude. Oh.
Gun! Shots fired!
Body camera video shows officers returning to the trailer in an attempt to take Johnson into custody and secure the area.
Come out with your hands up!
Come out with your hands up!
Come out with your hands up!
Seconds after officers go back inside the trailer, shots ring out again. That's when one of the officers inside is hit with debris.
I'm hit. We're stuck inside the trailer. I'm hit in the face.
Body camera video then shows officers attempt to make contact with Johnson again before leaving the trailer to find a safe area.
Pause it.
Timothy?
It's pretty much over.
The first time he shoots at you, you're good. This isn't ready or not, dude. Like, it's you don't get to restart if you screw it up. Like, I don't know, man. I understand and I appreciate them re-engaging and trying to do whatever they can to get him back into custody, but like, I don't know that I'm doing that, my dude. To be honest.
I don't know.
Let's see. When do y'all pick these videos? I only ask because I sent one on Discord as well. We pick them the day of. We send out a thing, and that's how they come in.
Yeah, and if I see the same video, I'm just...
Yeah. Let's see. Honestly, I saw that one earlier. Why didn't they shoot through the bed? I agree. I could see if you don't
wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah. I team that from a tactic standpoint. A lot of times the reason why you're going to see a lot of hesitation in this is how heavily scrutinized these things are on the back end.
Yeah.
To be honest, like that's probably why. They had some level of hesitation or fear around that, but I mean, I don't know, man. shout out to these guys for staying in the fight and being there. It's why you do every search with your gun out. If you're searching the unknown, notice that this chick ran out and then drew her gun. Like the gun should have been in your hand there. The only problem with gun handling in this close, they about flagged every single person here flagged each other. It's kind of hard to get around that, but this is really where weapons handling and like
especially in a mobile home, dude. Your hallways are like 4 feet.
Point it to the Lord or point it to the devil. Try not to point it anywhere else. This is really where you'll see a lot of guys that do working around a car that they have. They call it indexing their gun like up here. It feels kind of stupid because you're one bad mess up away from shooting yourself in the head. But when you're in that tight a corner, I don't know. Like that's why it's important to practice this shit.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a pretty short stick, especially finding somebody in that close proximity. The gun's already in their hand. You had negative time to react to that. Is it still choppy for you guys?
It got choppy again. I upped the bit rate. I don't know.
Are you doing it in 4K?
You're asking me questions I don't really know. I haven't changed anything, so I don't know why all of a sudden it's choppy. But I upped the bit rate, like Juan said.
What's it at?
30,000.
Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh.
That's what he told me to put it to.
Yeah, I don't know that your internet's going to do it. That's why I'd probably just do it in 1080p. Because I have slower internet than you, and I'm able to do it in 1080p. You might just be doing it in 4K. That might be why. Let me know if it's choppy for you guys. Oh, wow. We have super chats that came in galore. I missed some. Poofy, who would win a 5-month-old toddler? Oh my God. You know who would win that, Poofy. It will be a 3-hour video for tonight, Christian.
It will not be a 3-hour video.
Frozen. It says that we're frozen. Did we get covered up?
I think so.
We are very frozen.
Let's see.
Are our faces covered?
No.
You got things pulled up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Choppy. We are fixing now. Go to your settings.
On OBS?
Yeah, on OBS. I'll walk you through it real quick. Stand by. I hope we can hear y'all, or y'all can hear us. We're currently troubleshooting on the fly. Go into settings. When you go into settings, go into output. And on output, it says the rescaling output. It should be your second thing down. What does that say? Should be like a number.
Under streaming?
No, just hit under output when you go into settings.
Yeah. Under the streaming tab, it says rescale output 1920 1080.
Okay. And then...
But I can't change that. That's set.
You should be able to click it. Hold on.
It's just grayed out on mine, maybe because we're streaming.
What's your... Go down to video. What's that at? Like if you click, it should be on the left side.
The output?
Yeah.
3840, 2160.
Yeah, I mean, that's what mine's at. You could maybe drop that.
I can't. It won't let me do anything. I think because we're streaming
that's locked
right now.
Too?
Yeah.
Can you do... So the output scale's locked and the input
Yeah, it says video
locked?
output is currently active. Please turn off outputs to change any settings.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Our faces are back, though, on YouTube.
Our faces are back. Can y'all hear us? Okay, are you looking at the chat right now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I might see if I don't take it. I might be able to... Well, no, because I don't have the videos. We'll see.
So
let's see how we're doing.
Apathy said that they show uncensored
right now.
here, so we'll see.
It shows uncensored.
He said they shoot through the bed. I guess he does 3 shots.
I guess he does do that. Oh, that'll do it.
Oh, good.
He got him. Yeah, he got him.
Good. Good. All right. Good enough.
And I think it's fixed. I believe they said it's fixed. Good.
All right. That.
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. We hear you great. Oh, I don't know what. That makes me happy.
Still just
I'm glad. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, but hopefully we're getting there. Yes, I can see your faces now.
Just a little choppy.
Jacob, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Juan saying the cursive producer Juan. Yeah, we'll fix our settings eventually one of these days.
It's so funny.
Okay.
We streamed for a year with no issues, and now
With no
all
issues
of a
at
sudden,
all. Yeah, it's a weird deal.
Yeah.
Are we on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a shootout on a traffic stop. So.
Oh, that's
every
always,
cop's favorite thing.
Do we have any context here?
I don't think so. What? Yeah. Okay.
Charles in Sandusky. He's got a silver helmet on, rifle in his lap, back window's busted out.
At least he's got a heads up on this.
Zebra King Queen. 104 Zebra King Queen.
He's got a lot of information beforehand.
Yeah.
He's pretty lucky. All the stuff that he just called out. He gave a location. He gave a plate. He knows the guy's armed, and he knows the guy has a helmet on inside of a car, which is a big red flag.
Yeah. Also,
I'm
don't
probably,
think that car
I'm
has
probably
a back
waiting.
window.
Yeah, I'm probably waiting
think.
for like a third unit, to be honest, on something like this. And I'd have them run code, but kill their sirens when they get close. Or run like
actually right behind you.
code 2.0 or whatever. Code 2.
He said
Code
he's
1.5.
got one behind him, so.
Yeah.
I'll have him stop here, Poplar and Charles.
Oh, the second he. Oh,
Bye.
yeah. Get out. Get out. He's out. Oof.
Okay.
Don't you fucking move!
Ooh, what an animal.
Don't fucking move! You fucking move, I'll blast you, motherfucker!
Okay.
You fucking move!
We got super demonetized there.
Wow.
What are you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, here's one here. Look.
Don't you move! Don't you
I'm
move!
just standing for the tires, all right? I understand, okay?
Get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker!
Bro, you need to calm
I'm not
down.
fucking playing with you!
I don't know, man. If someone just tried to kill me, I'm with you, but I'm giving him a smidge of a leash because he actually got shot at.
I understand, but
Yeah, but
that's how you get in trouble.
yeah, that's how you get in trouble.
I mean,
We code 3.5.
there's a reason we're not cops anymore in this
True.
world.
That's true.
And this is one of those reasons, because I bet old boy's looking at some time off. Not saying he did anything wrong, but
No.
Don't you move! Don't move! You move, I'll blast you, motherfucker!
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You move!
Yes, sir.
You're gonna die!
Yes, sir.
What the
Yes,
hell
sir.
are you doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To be honest, I don't know why you should have law enforcement and not expect this kind of response.
Right.
To be honest.
Get the f*** out of here, you motherfucker!
But at this point, yeah, this guy's relatively compliant.
With you.
I understand, okay? My quarrel's not with you guys, okay?
Yeah, you're gonna f*** up. Is he shooting at you? Yeah.
so I'm pretty sure you and I would have responded the same way, and
To
then
be honest, we would have not
Would have
been
got
cops anymore.
suspended.
Yeah. Dakota, yeah, I'm with you. But I would be fired. He gets it. He gets it.
yeah.
It's a very short stick. That's probably the shortest of sticks. He did have a lot of information, so good on him for seeing that and waiting for the second unit.
Yeah. Just my thing is, look at the difference between that interaction and that one we watched, where that guy got out with his rifle and shot that dude down the street. Remember where he like took
That
a
is
sip
very
of
true.
coffee,
That is
got
very
out,
true.
went behind his vehicle, like
Yeah.
one shot that dude down the street. He had shot at like fucking 10 police officers.
That's true.
So
That's very true.
I get it. Like I get like being amped, but
Dude, yeah. And
you're
The
just
reason we-
asking for trouble like
the
that.
reason we address that is because that's exactly how. Oh, that's loud.
That was
Um,
loud.
kind of what Dakota Williams was saying is, yeah, you're probably getting canned, to be honest.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying we know how police departments are run now.
Yeah.
And good luck.
I'm able to bleep the replay. This looks like an old donut video.
Yeah,
It's like an
Donut
older
here. Today we're
donut.
going to talk about the shooting death of 26-year-old Daniel Shaver by the Mesa Police Department. This has been a highly requested video breakdown because of the controversy involved in the shooting. Just to be straightforward about the body camera footage and the entire incident, it's kind of a shit show. Just like all controversial videos that we go over here on this channel, I'm going to say it beforehand that hindsight is 20/20, and most of the remarks that I make in this are for training purposes. Again, we can do the coulda, shoulda, woulda game all day long, but we weren't there. This incident took place on January 18th, 2016. Daniel Shaver was a pest control worker who was staying at a grill on business. On the evening of the shooting, Daniel had met some friends at the hotel, and they started doing some shots in his room. They must have done a lot of shots because the autopsy that was done on Daniel revealed that he had a blood alcohol content of 0.29. That's very high. He was pretty drunk. And I'm not using that as an excuse for any of the officers' actions. We're just going over the facts here. Sometime during the little party in Daniel's room, he showed his guests the air pellet rifle that he uses to shoot small animals with for his job. Him or one of his guests got a little too close to the window. Some people who were at the hotel down by the pool said that they saw a man pointing a rifle out the window. This is what was reported to police. There's a man in this hotel room pointing a rifle out the window. The body camera footage starts out with 6 Mesa police officers standing around talking how they're gonna get Daniel out of the room without anyone getting hurt. What you need to understand about this that a lot of newspapers haven't put out or they haven't realized
P-Rock, that was our department
there was
too.
one officer who did the shooting, and he's not the one yelling at Daniel during this. Sergeant Charles Langley is actually the one yelling commands at Daniel. Former Mesa police officer Philip Bradsford is the one who did the shooting. Body camera footage for this video starts off pretty normal. The officers are covering the hallway with their rifles, and they're ordering Daniel and the female out of the room.
Occupants of room 502. This is the Mesa Police. Listen to my instructions. I want the female to step out.
They're saying it's choppy again. That's super lame.
It's gonna be what it is tonight.
Occupants of room 502. I want the female to step out.
Daniel and the female who are in the room come out. Sergeant Langley yells at both of them to put their hands over their head and lay on the ground. Daniel then tells them that no one else is in the room. So this is another thing that the officers are having to worry about. That's why they're behind cover. There might be another person in the room with a rifle.
Occupants of room 502. This is the Mesa Police.
They have the exact same build we used to have.
Instructions.
My patrol rifle looks exactly like that.
Yeah.
For you. The female is to step outside of the room. Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Get on the ground, both of you! Lay down on the ground! Lay down on the ground! Who else is in the room? Nobody else is in the room? Nobody. Positive? Nobody. Absolutely positive. Okay. Since apparently we have a failure for you to comprehend simple instructions, I'm going to go over some of
Hey, no sass. Just go get this guy into custody, right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. If you make a mistake, another mistake, there's a very severe possibility you're both going to get shot. Do you understand that?
Yikes.
There's
All right.
I'm gonna be honest, there's no reason for this conversation.
Nope.
I'm not here to be tactful and diplomatic with you. You listen, you obey.
This is-
Did I tell you to move, young man? Did I tell you to put both your hands on the top of your head? And
A jury will look at the way you treat people before pews happen.
Well, this is a sergeant talking, so who's really surprised?
Yeah.
So far, the commands are interlace your fingers over your head and
Stop
cross your
motion
feet.
streaming
Officers
is
get
the
young lady to put her
way.
hands in the air and then crawl towards them on
Yeah,
their
it's the
knees
donut
waiting to
video
hurt.
that's choppy, not
Yeah,
ours.
100%. 100%.
Do not make a mistake. You are to keep your legs crossed. Do you understand me? You are
I don't know why we're not going hands-on yet, to be honest.
Well, old buddy wants to get his speech out, clearly.
Push yourself up to a kneeling position.
No, why would you get
Why
him to
would
get
you
up?
do that
Your legs
first?
crossed. I didn't say this in conversation. Put your hair! Hands up in the air! You do that
I
again,
don't-
we're shooting you.
yeah.
Do you understand? Please do not shoot me. Then listen to my instructions. I'm trying to do what you Don't talk! Listen! Hands straight up in the air. Do not put your hands down for any reason. You think you're gonna fall, you better fall on your face. Your hands go back in the small of your
There's
back
no
are
reason.
down. We are going to shoot you. Do
Yikes.
you understand me?
There's no reason.
Crawl towards me.
We've done this
Towards
situation.
me.
So don't put your hands down for any reason, but crawl.
Don't.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch that. But
I get the furtive movement aspect of it. I get that this guy reached for his waistline right before they shot him. I get that, right? And I've been in that, but given Bill and I have responded to shots fired on law enforcement officers. We've responded to, emergency domestics. We've responded to shots fired at other people. How many times, Bill, do you think someone got shot and killed and we had to point a gun at somebody that was suspected of doing that thing?
at least 20.
We had the very first time I realized red dots didn't work very well in heavy rain. We had a guy with an airsoft gun that shot at his neighbor.
Yeah.
Literally a worse version of this, right?
Yeah.
That's in heavy rain. Shoots at his neighbor. The neighbor doesn't realize it's not an airsoft gun or whatever it is. And we show up, and first thing I see is, oh boy, who's perfectly described by my victim at this point, and his girlfriend run a way worse straw, right? And he goes and tries to barricade himself into a room and then reappears. And as I'm leveling my gun at this guy, there's nothing but like kids and shit behind him.
Yep.
Way shorter of a straw, way worse of a call. And it was me, Bill, a rookie, and like half a sergeant.
No, we had a good sergeant on that
Was
one.
it a good sergeant on that one?
Yes.
I always think it's the other one.
No.
Not the good one.
It was the good one on that one.
So either way, that's a way shorter straw.
We thought he was good. Not everyone thought he was good.
But like, even on that call, the difference in the way that we treated it and I saw both of his hands, right? He got a good don't fucking move, and we went hands on and grabbed the guy.
Yeah.
At rifle point, right? As opposed to this whole song and dance about if you move and shut up and I'm not here for pleasantries.
And that
was
us giving commands, not our sergeant.
That's what I'm getting at.
Our sergeant was not.
Yeah, I don't know. It just that's kind of if you make a furtive movement while law enforcement's pointing a gun at you, that is a really good way to get shot. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. And so to cover that up, and it's probably everyone's takeaway that's from a law enforcement standpoint. But what I'm getting at is the disposition of how it lays itself out. You do not want to be sitting in a courtroom. Let's find out that this guy's got some level of mental illness or whatever the fuck it is, or whatever.
Or he's almost a 0.03 drunk.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
and you contradict yourself while yelling at him.
Yeah. That's all I'm getting at is like be prepared to be hung out to dry on that type of situation. And honestly, like it kind of in the other situation we're talking about, like you kind of have to let your ego get out of this. But as quickly as and honestly, the first cop, they got shot at.
Yeah.
And they shot at him, realized he wasn't shooting at them anymore. And guess what he did? Instead of giving him some fucking grandstand speech, he went and yanked him out of the car and put hands on him.
Still kind of gave him a grandstand speech.
Sure. But at least he did it while putting him in custody, right? Like this guy failed way worse.
Yeah.
Under a way easier call, in my personal opinion. And that's the way that I'm measuring a lot of this stuff. Either I've personally done it more than once, or we're watching cops do it way more than once. This type of call happens every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
It doesn't end
hundreds
like
of times. Hundreds of times in law enforcement. And I get it. The margin of error is very small, but that is someone's life ultimately. Drunk or not drunk. Fucked up or an asshole or not an asshole. It's ultimately someone's life. And they were a free citizen doing dumb free citizen shit prior to you getting involved. And you, an arbiter of the state, are going in there and deciding what should happen with that. And when you're off killing people or doing whatever, it makes the job a fuckload harder. And you end up with what happened in 2020. So sometimes people need killing, and I get that. I know it sounds shitty, and it's probably going to get us somebody demonetized.
That dude wasn't one of those people, though.
And I've had much shorter sticks, and have walked away with everybody not being in a hospital.
Yeah. Well, or the ground.
Or the ground. Shout out for not being choppy.
Well, it's paused.
Yeah. That might be what it is. I'm going to see if I missed anything. Apathy. Sounds like he's explaining instructions. Oh.
It was bad, dude.
That was haven't given. I I don't know how many high risk takedowns or taking people into custody at gunpoints I did, but they didn't sound like that. They don't teach it like that. It's just there's a weird look.
Yeah.
And what made it worse was the outcome was bad. That's what made it worse. Had the outcome been fine, we'd have just made fun of him for being a diva.
Well, then, like we said, there's a reason we're not cops anymore. That cop got fired.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know the backstory. I don't know if he's facing charges or what, but
he might be. He might be. Blazing Powers, what's going on? He should have gotten a buddy to arrest him while putting crazy. Even a keyboard warrior here is able to kind of figure out, like, hey, we're pointing a gun at him. Why don't we just take the motherfucker into custody? And it's really like, it's not, in some of these situations, like, it's hard. And I truly get that. And I sympathize with that because I've been in some of those hard situations and I get it. But like in some of these, like it's not, the equation's not complicated. The training scenarios that you go through in academy and of all the gajillions of times that you've ever had to do a high risk takedown. And if you're in a busy city, you're doing this bitch at least every week, if not more often, like it's crazy. We'll have some, you do it multiple times in a shift. That's a bad shift, but I don't know. I did, it's fired, resigned, then retired.
Reinstated.
Reinstated.
Then retired. Good for him.
Hey, we'll keep going.
Shout out Real Ness for giving us the info.
Yeah, shout out Real Ness.
This is an Avian apprehension, if you will.
I'm sure you can guess who gave us this.
It's Poofy.
Ostrich off the streets. Somehow the bird had escaped its enclosure at a nearby farm before running loose on city streets.
What an animal. This guy went and...
That's probably the farmer.
The bird by the neck to no avail.
That's a dinosaur, dude. I'm not grabbing that thing by its neck.
The ostrich was cornered, captured, and safely returned to its owner.
You want to see what a velociraptor looks like?
Just a pretty one.
There's one with feathers.
The
fuck out of here. I'm not grabbing that thing.
Does my badge say animal control?
No.
Now, someone hurts an animal, that's what I'm here for. That's a criminal offense, baby. But not animal control. Don't try to be. I explained what's next. Pit that. Of all the people, Pamela, I did not expect that out of you. Although you'd be kind of hardcore. I guarantee you in like more rural places, there's probably deputies that could have lassoed that dude.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That would have been incredible.
Yeah. Like,
especially his little moving neck,
like south of here.
Oh yeah,
they would have just lassoed that ostrich and tied it home.
Mogus, is that an ostrich?
Yes.
Ostrich. I didn't even know you spelled it wrong. You don't even correct yourself. I'm dyslexic. You could have spelled it real fucked up, and I wouldn't have known the difference. No, it's a raptor. Real nice. Me and my beat partners once chased llamas. I know guys on Southside used to do cows every once in a while.
That was me. I did that.
Oh, yeah. You want to do a cow once, yeah.
Cows on Debbie Lane twice, and a horse on a frontage road once.
Southside was built different, dude.
Yeah.
Worst we got is coyotes up there. I had a bobcat one time.
Yeah.
That I shoot off. I was like, hey, go away. And he left.
Go away.
But imagine putting a lasso on a Tyrannosaurus.
Well, a T-Rex couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't get their little arms up to their neck to get it off. So
I'd lasso a T-Rex.
Deputy on that call spits out his dip and grabs him by the neck. Why would he waste his dip?
Yeah.
A real deputy would put a bigger dip in and then go do it.
He goes and pushes it a little further back into his cheek so he doesn't lose it. It doesn't pop out of his bottom lip. Producer Juan, Pamela beat you to pit that bird, as well as Brian Porter beat you on pit the bird.
Oh, man.
We'll keep going.
Okay.
Shout out to the video staying decent.
For now.
Oh, we've done this one.
We have?
Yeah.
Cool.
He runs and gets shot.
Yeah.
Don't do dumb stuff near cops.
I assumed we would run into a few that you'd done without me.
So the reason you guys are being detained is because when we drove up, your head was down, and typically when they see that someone in the car, someone's probably overdosed, someone's doing drugs, run the nod, okay? And then
investigative stopper and welfare check.
The purpose of being here. So another reason you guys are being detained is because possibly loitering, trespassing. Okay.
That I don't buy. That I don't buy. No, with all that. Okay. This looks like a very public
What did he say
place.
you had?
That's a hotel, dude.
Just like foils and stuff.
You have foils and stuff?
It's all mine. You want to get him a ladder?
All right.
Pause it.
Let me get
Foil at your Thanksgiving dinner is just foil. Okay? Foil
To wrap up your turkey?
You know, right outside of the Michoacan or where there's day laborers that are out there, that's just lunch. Foil in a car in a parking lot randomly behind a hotel is what we like to call paraphernalia. I know it's going to sound weird to people that aren't used to junkies, but yeah, that's paraphernalia.
Especially, I can tell you just by looking a little bit to the left of the screen there, this hotel is known for this.
Yeah. You start seeing like really dirty, burnt up spoons and foil, and this is where you throw the gloves on for everything.
over here.
My guy's putting gloves on right now.
This is not his first day.
Back, interlace your fingers. You're not under arrest or anything, okay?
Not yet.
Interlace your fingers. Stand up straight, dude. What are you doing?
Foil lives matter.
Okay. You're not under arrest or anything. You understand that, right? Okay.
Just detaining you with handcuffs, my guy.
I want to make sure we do this safely, okay?
Bet.
Is it okay if I search you?
Officer Molina.
Okay. Face go. Pretty feet.
Wait, pause it.
This
department gets down because he just got verbal consent for a search.
Yeah.
This guy's an animal.
Yeah.
By the law, if you get verbal consent, he can search you, but he can revoke that consent at any time.
Everything?
Probably high.
Like what? I'm assuming you use this with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so meth. What else?
Ooh, there it is.
Do you have meth?
No.
Now he doesn't need your consent
Raise your arms.
because you verbally admitted to doing
What's yours?
meth, and that's probably all the PC you need for some of this stuff.
No probation or parole, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Were you guys all smoking together?
And he checked the hat. My guy's a veteran. Loyal to the foil.
If I what?
Okay, this guy's a veteran.
I just can't hear you.
I'm losing audio. Is it cutting the
It's-
audio out?
I can't.
Oh, it's
promise anything.
protecting their.
Yeah, he's
info-
saying
info?
something.
Okay.
We'll deal with one thing at a time, okay?
I think
We'll talk
he's
right now.
saying he'll
But I can't promise you anything, okay?
give up the other two if he cannot get arrested.
No. I'm
I
just gonna put
think
you over here. You cool with that?
that's what they're talking about. Look at that hotel,
I'm just trying
dude.
to
What's that
figure out a
remind
place
you
where I
of?
can put you guys.
Bleh.
Can I just leave him to the car? I'm not. He knows me.
No, I got 5
Officer Lopez,
of those
do you trust
kinds.
that he
then we have the
will
other
stay
ones.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you just take a seat for now? And once I get everyone out, we'll make adjustments, okay?
21, start for 95 male at Henninger. Team Western Court. For male team checking door handle. Grab as a male white, tall, and
Do you have anything illegal on you, man?
Black pants.
No? Is it okay if I check?
Nope.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Can you stand up?
Just all
You're
this
not under arrest or
meth.
anything, okay? Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Verbal
Hands behind
consent
your back, interlace your
again.
fingers. Now,
As an
let's,
animal.
back up a little bit so I have some more room. You cool with that? Okay. Can you face the car? Right here? 30 feet.
Said feet,
So
not
no
legs.
dogs, no
This guy's
needles,
just
nothing like
winning
that, right?
today.
I just don't want to get poked. I'm not saying you have anything. I just want to make sure. Sometimes people have surprised me, and they surprise themselves because they don't even remember.
Dakota, he's on it too. He's like, there's PC.
What's your name, ma'am?
Thank you, police activity, for cutting out this if it is.
What brings you out here to the beautiful
Real Ness
city of
says,
Costa Mesa?
I don't give a fuck what state this is in. I know for a fact I made a dope arrest at that hotel.
When did you
I think
experience-
all my drug arrests were at hotels like this.
So
How?
there was a good stretch of like 2 weeks where I made Josh sit with me at a hotel just like this.
Yep.
Until I arrested 3 people out of it.
Stop the car! Stop! 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 Stop!
Defense of a third person. I'd be smoking that guy too.
802, shock fired.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, get out! Get out!
Yep.
Get out! Go! Go! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Preservation
Keep your hand on the
alive.
steering wheel, David. You're trying my patience, dude.
34563,
Wow.
586, and 689 West 17.
Hey, no.
To be honest, this officer that we're looking at, yeah, should have smoked him right then and there, yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't even think about getting the keys out of the car.
I didn't either.
I thought they had already done it.
I was so excited for him. I'm doing such a good job. And to be honest, whose job was that?
This old boy here?
This officer's job. The other officer that was conducting a drug investigation was crushing it, and I guess he just trusted this guy to keep the scene safe because he's got the driver. Oftentimes, it's also why I tend to start with the driver in a vehicle search like that.
Yeah. Also very smart.
I do like that the first officer was telling them, hey, y'all go. Like, screw whatever investigation. Y'all, I don't need y'all getting run over or shot or whatever.
Like old buddy did, because he for sure got ran over.
Yeah, that guy had a bad fucking day.
Both wheels.
So this guy, probably they're pinning all the drugs on this guy because he's the operator of the car, unless they found him on this guy. And then you got
and you're going to say, I'm a passenger. I just got in with him to do some meth. Like he said he had it. So
Dakota's already like, why didn't you get the keys? Yeah, I thought the same thing. I didn't think anything of it. And I was kind of in the mindset of this guy that's doing the investigation because he's got this other officer over there. Yeah, that should have been kind of first thing. We're back to Choppy again. Can admin write him up for not taking the keys? I don't think so. I don't know that you're going to write him up for that because I don't know that would be a policy thing. He probably loses a lot of fucking brownie points on the street for not. Once this gets evaluated,
I don't know, dude. I feel like
I don't know if that's going to be a policy violation. Nor do I think it should be policy because it depends.
I'm trying to think of what would happen to us at our department
for not getting the keys.
Yeah, I think we would have got.
We got something.
What happened to old officer that made a traffic stop, let backup officer stand up at the passenger side while primary officer went back to their car? What happened to that officer? Anything?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, so nothing. I guess nothing, yeah.
That officer just put that other officer in a terrible position.
In a really terrible
fired
situation.
And almost charged with murder. But anyways, let's
no
get the keys out. Yeah, let's get the keys out. Be smart.
We laugh about this mostly because it's sad and depressing, but it's the only thing we can do. Like a no-brainer, Dakota, I'm with you, dude. The guy's probably taking a dirt rap. I don't know. He seemed rather. He did get aerated a little.
Those last few that went straight through the windshield.
Yeah, those look pretty bad. Warrior, what's going on? Says, hey, I'm private security, and I had to use pepper spray on a suspect. You're super devil for that. Damn pepper spray gets on you like crazy. That's why we didn't use. I literally never, in the hundreds of arrests, I'm probably just short of 1,000 arrests that I participated in. I don't think I ever used OC. Nor did I. I think once I had showed up on a 1034 call because the officers were already fighting the guy and he was pulling on people's guns and stuff. They had already OC'd him by the time I got in there.
Yeah.
Had I seen the OC got out, I'd be like, fuck it, I guess it's your fight. Fuck that. I'll be honest. Like, no, I'm good.
There was one time, it was me, it was when I was on Southside with like 7 of our classmates.
Yeah.
And we had a pretty wild Applebee's down there. And some shit popped off in the parking lot at like 3 a.m. And this suspect who was arrested in the back of one of our classmates' cars kept smashing their face on the plexiglass.
Yeah.
So our sergeant opened up the door, emptied a half a can of pepper spray in the back of the car on this person, and then shut the door. And our classmate had to drive him to the jail from Southside that.
What a bad day, dude. And what was worse is Southside was as far away from the jail
far
as you
away,
could get.
dude. Like
because the non-code, that's like
the quickest would have been like 16 minutes,
and that's no traffic, and you're probably
not running code. Yeah,
you're not running code.
You're not running code for that.
Yeah, no. Oof. I'd have made EMS take him at that point. Fuck it.
Well,
yeah, he's already in our custody.
You could have made an argument for that the way they were smashing their face, but
damn. Yeah, don't be that guy. OC sucks. Warrior, I'm sorry that happened to you. Oh.
Hang on.
Once a door opens, it's staying open. I'm team that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because now you're losing visibility of everything inside of there.
The reason why none of y'all wearing seatbelts, or?
Is there a reason why none of y'all are wearing seatbelts? It's the traffic stuff?
Yes.
I do have a
City of New York? Ruh-roh.
You got your seatbelt on, right? You get your driver's license on? Or ID on you? You got ID on you? See it.
I wonder what they stopped the car for.
Let's let you know the point, right? Just know that if you don't have your seatbelt on, you get a ticket, alright? So,
I'd be nervous about all this cross traffic, to be honest.
It's New York. Ford Taurus.
what you call it? Mine got the license.
You want me? Listen, I know you want to be on the phone real quick. You put it in your pocket for now. You want to leave it on? I just want no one's hands. All right, for now, all right? So we're going to move. All right. Is your call? You can face me. Here. You can face me, bro. You face me.
Pretty smart. I don't know the hoodie guy.
The boy's tall.
My man, just put your phone in your pocket. All right? I want none in your hands.
He's gonna run. His body posture bled of running.
Yep.
Oh, he's getting dusted.
Yo, stop running!
Bro, you're
Look
getting
how he
dusted.
has his radio in his hand.
In his right hand.
Maybe he's left-handed. Oh, maybe not.
Stop running!
Got into a jog.
Stop pushing the skimmer horn. Stop fucking running! What is her condition? Stop pushing my whole foot.
I think he's asking this officer what he's running for.
Stop running!
They're both tired now. Shout out to this guy for staying engaged.
Lafayette. Lafayette.
Also probably choppy. I'm sorry, Warrior. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about that. Ooh, I don't know about that.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
One-handed. Shout out to the Mike Loop.
Yeah, no kidding.
Damn. Yep. I hope that guy took a dirt nap. I can say that, right, Juan? That dude is fast. For keeping up for somebody for that, that's a long foot chase. The longest I was
Especially when you're out of shape.
Yeah. The longest foot chase I did cumulatively was almost a mile. It was on and off. It was awful. It took like 10 minutes because it was a bunch of stopping and going, but yeah, I was never doing that again. To be and he was by himself. It looked like he just kind of ran off and that was his job. Maybe there was more officers there or whatever, but that was bad. Also, why you don't
the
want
other
something.
two probably stayed with the two they had out of the car already.
Yeah. Taser. I think he was a little too far for the taser probably. But
he was on concrete. You don't want him to get tased and fall and
would have been a write up for us too to use a taser in that situation. I would have shot.
Wouldn't have shot.
Oh, wouldn't have shot.
You just got shot at, taser. And you're going to use a taser? I'm not using a taser if I get shot at.
His dad was a bird.
From the previous video. He was pretty fast.
You guys could run because his face wasn't blurry. If the cops knew his face wasn't blurry, go for it. Y'all are ridiculous. The taser works for I don't know. Bowler wrap though. Who does the bowler wrap always ask for it? Who always asks for the bowler wrap?
I don't know.
Somebody does.
Show me a video where it works.
Pepper spray him. Oh my god, while we're here. And then
that's Juan in Ready or Not.
How many
Pepper
times
spray everybody.
he stop running and ever get? Yeah, that's. I'm gonna say 2% of the time. If you yell stop running, if they stop. Yeah, 2% is probably pretty high. Last video.
Probably.
Then we're gonna be done, and I will be available for the after party for you guys.
Dakota said, "Oh, he got shot at. Oh, then never mind." Yes, Dakota. The first shot was the subject shooting back at him. That's why he shot.
Yes.
At him. Otherwise, I'm with you on the
Showing
taser.
a Miami police officer slamming a handcuffed woman to the ground, leaving her
Bro, this is rough.
And the rough arrest now set to go before a civilian investigative panel.
This is rough.
For a live down with our top story tonight at 11.
I didn't even get audio for that. You see them say, "What the hell,
just
dude?"
hours away, and this video that you're about to see could be tough to watch, but because of the actions of that officer,
Was this in Miami?
He is no longer employed here at the Miami Police Department.
And you're gonna clean that, or you're gonna go to jail. Get out!
Tense words between a city of
This guy
Miami
sounds Puerto
police
Rican.
officer and a young woman in
Or
her
Cuban.
early 20s.
Let's go. Oh my God! Stop! Don't touch me! Get up!
Eventually leads to a
Been here.
takedown.
Been
The
here.
cop's own body camera captures the arrest, prompted by accusations of vandalism. But once Julissa Burgos is in the back seat of the police cruiser, things escalate
Just shut it.
when she spits
Just shut it.
on the arresting officer.
Don't spit in my face! Don't spit in my face! What the hell do? She's wearing my face, man!
The woman is punched, then pulled by the neck out of the car and slammed to the pavement, rendering her unconscious for 15 minutes.
That's not good police work in any place in the world.
I don't listen to this administrator say it. We'll give what this administrator is probably going to say.
Authorize either, or that they would want to be a part of.
Even other witnesses scorned Officer Miguel Hernandez on that November day in 2020. As paramedics were called to the scene, the officer under scrutiny even seems to defend his own violent actions. The case is
Christian, thank you for the super chat. SWAT video on Discord, searching for a person. I will do it in the after party for you guys.
That looks into claims of police misconduct.
He's obviously very
Warrior
concerned.
says, "Just shut it." Yep, just shut
So
it.
that meeting is set for Tuesday.
Yeah, dude, that was rough.
So I've been spit at. I've had stuff thrown at me. I'm gonna bless the punch. To be honest, I know it sounds shitty, but getting spit on is aggravated assault. I've gotten dysentery from an arrest, and that was the worst 5 days of my life. And as also you could pick up Hep C, chlamydia, you name it. You can pick up a lot of awful things from saliva. And if you're doing something, and even if it seems a little shitty, to keep them from spitting on you, that's one thing. Grabbing someone by the neck and throwing them on the ground is not preventing them from spitting on you. When you could very easily shut the door, or put a spit mask on, or hold her down so that she's not spitting on you, and then close it. They have spit masks for this kind of stuff. And honestly, all but probably two of the people that tried to spit on me were MHMR anyways. They were having some sort of mental health episode. I was a little less mad at them, only because I'm they probably spit at everybody. I had two people that just did it because they're kind of assholes.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's you're looking at not just the unlawful use of force here, but you're looking at civil rights violations on unreasonableness of force. If anyone determines that your force is unreasonable, you're looking at, civil lawsuits and stuff like that. But on top of that, and I want to really hammer this home because Bill and I were victims of this. You fuck up on something like this, you have just made every single police officer's job in the entire state or the entire country way fucking harder because you couldn't fucking control yourself and do your job just. It's why we hamper on this kind of stuff. If nobody pushes back on this kind of bullshit, it gets worse. And if it gets worse, you have 2020, which was a blast if you were a cop. all because of one fucking asshole couldn't do his job right.
That's right.
Let's see. Question: how many people? Oh, I've already read that one. Spit
How
Hood.
many people?
Yeah.
They want an answer. How many people stopped for you? For you personally?
When I asked them to stop running?
Yeah.
Oh, 0. Yeah. It's a fat 0. Yeah.
0. They only stopped when I caught them
I was about to
or
say.
I drove my car in front of their path. I never hit anyone. Just saying I drove my
I
car
got a
in front of their
big
path.
fat 0. I was only really in probably 5 or 6 good foot pursuits though. Like I had some where moved 10 feet and I was able to grab them pretty quickly, but
yeah,
actually running that's probably as far as I've been.
All right, I'm doing this one because Christian super chatted it and I want to see it. So
thank you, Christian, for the super chat. Thanks, you guys. Have a wonderful night. Pamela, thank you also for the super chat and your support. We're going to sort out the choppiness soon for you. I just want to give you a goodbye.
Yeah.
We'll do this last one, and then I will hang out with you guys in the after party.
So body cam shows Raleigh police exchanging gunfire with 15-year-old mass shooting suspect.
Shout out to police post or police activity.
Poofy, you are correct. His partner was not only shocked, he was pissed in that last video.
Hey, my state made the list. Apathy.
Well, if I had to guess where all those cars are, there's probably Old Mill Burning.
Blazing Powers. You don't punch a lady that's handcuffed. She just got in trouble for spitting on the officer anyways. It's true.
Yeah.
I buy that.
We got to at least keep walking. Because right now, if he's walking, he's beating. We're on a track. Oh, yeah. Y'all good practice, man. We just don't want to get. Yeah, let's push. Yeah.
I'll get younger and younger. Sweeper.
Social media, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude. Yeah, dude.
Trying to stay close to pick up cover. Gotcha.
This guy's got a nice rifle. He's got a can
It's a
on
SWAT
that thing.
team, I think.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, damn.
I know. I was
like, what is
well,
this trash?
Christian said it was a SWAT video, so
that makes sense.
Why. Also, their communication is pretty solid, so.
Yeah. These are guys that LARP for a living.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. Yeah, look at that kit, dude.
Yeah, dude. SWAT's built different. Ooh. You see these guys on the right?
Yes.
Trying to triangulate him?
Yep.
That's called getting rotated on, boys.
Also, I just got to say real quick, old buddy that was just a patrol officer out there with his patrol rifle, what are you doing? We would have never, ever would have happened. SWAT would have been like, go sit down, little boy.
Excuse me?
Go sit
Son, there's a perimeter you're supposed to be on. What the fuck are you doing here?
Dude, he's lucky he didn't get shot. I'm just being honest.
And I'll be honest. So the reason why SWAT has this relationship with patrol is, you know what I do all day? I work domestics. I do traffic stops. You know what SWAT does all day? This.
Yeah.
That's all they do. They
train
practice
for this. They practice this. They
got better equipment.
This.
They have more training.
Look at the way that the patrol officer looked versus the way the SWAT officer looked.
Yeah, it's just very different. It's just very different.
Wild.
So it's not an ego thing. That's a, hey, I can't effectively do my job unless I know how everyone else is going to act.
Well, they don't want to have to protect you.
Agreed.
As well as themselves.
Yeah.
I'm far. I'm right.
I guess they're re-engaging.
I think this is a different body cam. I think this is that guy that goes down.
Those lights are. Oh fuck!
Oh yeah, dude, you got nailed. Fuck.
Pretty sure he just returned fire from the ground, though.
Yeah. Old boy's getting drugged, and he's like, "Fuck that."
Fuck! All right, where's that way?
Jesus. What an animal, dude.
Right knee. All right, put his tourniquet on. Get a tourniquet on his right knee.
What an animal.
With him.
He goes right there, all fucking mad.
It feels like my size. I remember. Good. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's just
damn
them working on him.
It was so. This was probably to be honest, most of the time in these situations, it was patrol searching for people, which really sucked. Super big wee-wees. Searching for shooters sucks. And then once you find them and you're stuck holding it until SWAT gets there, that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't envy these guys. It's also, it tells you a lot about, honestly, probably the difference in between the military and law enforcement, even when you're talking about SWAT, is that you got to think you're standing in an open field, and they had no way of knowing that this guy was going to be there, but you're standing in a pretty open area without cover looking for this guy. Law enforcement has to go look first. Maybe this guy's given up. Maybe there's a victim out there. Maybe there's all of these things. Versus in the military, it's you versus them. It's a big old game of team deathmatch. Versus in law enforcement, pretty much every single time you're going to walk into a stupid situation where you're at a tactical disadvantage every single time, and you just kind of hope you're not the one taken around to the knee.
Yep.
It was always, and even my veteran coworkers at the time would tell, they're like, yeah, this feels stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I know it's dumb, but this is all I know is being stupid and tactically at a disadvantage. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. Understand that's kind of what you're signing up for when you're in law enforcement.
Yeah.
Blazing Powers, got to bounce. I'll see you guys later. I got to hit the hell or whatever. This reminds me of being in the Army. Yeah, I can imagine. So I want to give a big special thank you to everybody that was here. Dakota Williams, Blazing Powers, Apathy, my guy. Producer Juan, P-Rock, welcome. I haven't seen you in here, so I hope you're enjoying this. Sweeper, Pamela, of course, Warrior, Christian Halsey. Thank you again for the super chat. Dakota Williams, Poofy, Real Ness. I'm glad you said that.
We're not going to snub him twice.
Snub him twice, right? Sergeant George, Fox Commander.
Yeah, Fox was in here real quick.
Amogus.
Seen him more than I've seen Chris.
Right. Yeah. I think Chris is coming back in like 2 weeks.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Agreed. I kept saying that about you when you were gone. Jacob,
2 more weeks.
Was here. Yeah, Jacob was here for a little bit.
3 months later.
I want to thank Poofy, Christian, and Pamela for the super chats. Really appreciate it. We're going to get the choppiness stuff fixed. Blake Forge was here. My guy.
Yep, he was.
I believe that's it. And producer Juan, but he doesn't count. I'm going to go hang out in the after party for a little bit with you guys. We're going to go ahead and sign off here. I want to give a big special thank you again to everyone that monetized the unmonetizable stream. I want to thank our Patreon group who really monetizes the unmonetizable channel. Our Patreon is only $1 a month. It can go up more from there if you want to be super extra special. There's extra perks like patches and stuff for everybody after that. It gives you access to our Discord. Our Discord's where the after party is going to happen if anyone wants to hang out with me there. And that is how we decide on what videos we watch and what games we play. And if we're short players on the OCFT, you get to participate in that on Tactical Tuesdays. So we're going to be doing some filming Sunday.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing filming on Sunday for Officers React. Those of you in the Patreon group can send suggestions to that.
You and I will be doing some filming tomorrow.
Hey. Yeah, Bill and I have cool bro stuff we're going to be doing because I haven't seen him since he's come back. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their week. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And until next time, thank you for riding 2-man with us. Peace.